Welcome to another edition of the CFFL's morning after week 4. We had kind of a big week this week in the CFFL. Big trade, one of the bigger trades, a one-for-one trade in history in the CFFL. The end results of it have not gone well so far. Both players continue to struggle. Beckham had 1 point, I think early had like 2.5. So far both guys continue their struggles on their new teams. And the Bucks and the Cardinals both did struggle this week. We'll see if they're able to pull it out, but we'll take a look at the week that was in the CFFL. In a rematch of last year's semifinal game, the Bruisers again take down the Cardinals 63-50. Cardinals were derailed somewhat by another white running back, this time not directly, as John Kuhn scored 2 touchdowns for the Saints. Actually 3 touchdowns, 2 of them from the one that Vulture, touchdowns from Breeze and Ingram. Still wouldn't have been enough, though, as the Bruisers were able to pull away and move to 3-1, led by Matt Bryant's 14 points. In an upset this week, Team LBM stormed back from a 14-point deficit coming into the night to take down the Tices 62.5-62, close one. Cam Newton led Team LBM with 10.5, but Orleans Darkwa and Jarek McKinnon helped him pull out the victory Monday night. Michael Crabtree had a huge 22 points for the Tices in defeat. The Badgers took down the Gargoyles 77-54.5. The now super dangerous Badgers, especially this week now with Tom Brady coming back and Le'Veon Bell, arguably one of the top teams in the league now. Joe Flacco led him this week with 16.5. Gargoyles would have still lost even if he would have started Matt Ryan, but Kirk Cousins put up a respectable 15.5 points. In Rogers We Trust took down the Horn Dogs 82.5-53.5. DeMarco Murray and A.J. Green led his team with 33 points. Julio Jones at 23 points. Very sad 23 points for the Horn Dogs, wasted in a loss. The Bucks fall to 0-4 as the Dingoes take them down 71.5-50.5. Big Ben had 28 points for the Black Dingoes. Vinatieri again leads the Bucks with 12 points in a rapidly dissolving season for the Bucks. Finally, Team Price is Right took down the Garbage Men 75.5-68.5. Antonio Brown's 15 points almost pulled off the victory for the Garbage Men, but his points all came in the first quarter of the Sunday night game. Melvin Gordon, touchdown or bust, 15.5 points, but touchdowns are nice, and it was able to put him over the top. As I said, there was a big trade this week. The Bucks traded Odell Beckham to the Cardinals for Todd Gurley. So both teams have some. I have now a hole at running back after the move, but hopefully an improvement at receiver, although Beckham has struggled this year. That was the big news of the week. The other news now in terms of what happened this week, who was the player of the week this week, actually was a lot closer than I thought. Matt Ryan had 28.5 points. Looked like he was going to run away with it until Big Ben had 28, but 28.5 points for Matt Ryan's 4 touchdowns, 500 yards passing, and 10 yards rushing. Julio Jones had a great week. Big Ben had a big week. So a couple big weeks by some guys in the CFFL this week. Also this week, taking a look at Sorry About Your Fantasy Team's top free agent target. There was a couple choices, like a Dontrell Inman, but he's like the third or fourth option in San Diego. Brian Quick maybe reestablishing himself as the top option in St. Louis or in LA with 65 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. They have to throw it to somebody, I guess. And it looks like they're actually starting to pass the ball a little more. So maybe he will become a worthwhile ad. As for the Walk of Shame, could have went a couple different places. Could have been to the trade that didn't pan out so far, but you have to give it to Josh Gordon. About to return to the NFL for the first time since 2014. Maybe reestablish himself as one of the top receivers in the league, but no. Wasn't able to stay clean. Had a relapse. Done for at least this year, maybe forever. A wasted pick by the Team Price is Right. Right there. Finally, take a look at the games next week that will be of interest. Bruisers take on the Badgers. Bruisers are 3-1, taking on the 2-2 Badgers. Badgers look like one of the teams to beat right now, so that'll be an interesting game. And also the Gargoyles take on the Cardinals. Gargoyles are heavily favored in this one, as no Drew Brees, no Mark Ingram, no Spencer Ware. Still a better receiving core. So we'll see. Griff, I think you got this one, but if not, I think you're on the Walk of Shame next week. So thanks for watching, and good luck to all except you, Griff. Hope your team really struggles this week. So thanks for watching.